What's up, homie G's? It's good to see you. Thank you guys for being here and for liking these videos. When you guys hit that like button, these things just go like, they're just rocking, and I really, really appreciate that. Cannot build this channel without you guys. I want to thank you for all the subs that we've gotten so far, and yeah, I want to thank you for the encouragement. So thank you, because you guys are the reason that this channel goes. I want to share with you guys something that a mentor of mine shared with me in 2006. So I was mowing this really wealthy guy's grass. I had a grass company in high school. We sold that good grass too. No, I had a lawn mowing company in high school. I built it up over 2 years from like 16 to 18. I sold it after graduation. I had like my first nest egg, right? And so this guy saw me coming up like that, and he was like, "Hey, do you have a mentor?" And I was like, "Yeah, at this point in time, I don't have a mentor." He's like, "Why don't you start coming over to my house every other week and we'll get together." Really, really wealthy guy, real estate guy, owned lots of mobile home parks, lots of cash flow. I mean, 247 employees at the time. I mean, he was balling pretty hard. Really normal lifestyle, drove an Oldsmobile, did have a vacation home up in the mountains, right? That was his thing, older gentleman. Great family, right? And from the fruit of the tree, you will know, right? And this guy had fruit everywhere in his life, his kids, his grandkids, his wife, his connections. Like, this guy just had fruit, like everywhere. You were like, yo, this guy bears good fruit. Everything he touches basically just turns to gold. And he gave me one piece of advice where he was like, "Hey man, if you can build this habit, this habit's gonna make you more money than anything else I can tell you," right? And this guy's well over the $10 million range. And I was like, "All right, well, what is it?" He's like, "Look, bro, there's this book, right?" And every old guy throws it. He's like, "Yo, there's this book. It's a good book, right?" He's like, "But open it to the front of the good book. That's the old book." He's like, "There's a guy in there, wealthiest guy that ever lived. The guy had like 750 wives, all right? The dude's balling pretty hard. And he wrote 31 proverbs. And there happens to be 31 days in a month, sometimes only 30. But there happens to be a proverb per day, and they happen to be really, really short. Like, I mean, amazingly short. Like, you can read this, like, even at your reading level, like in 90 seconds, all right? And I was kind of like, all right, type of thing. I started to build that habit. Later on, I fell away from that habit. Later on from there, I came back to that habit because I was like, I'm not... At that time in my life, I was like, I'm not 100% on board with the Christians were just pissing me off, right? I mean, that's just like what it was. Is you just look at some of these guys and they're just like, man, some of the weakest men I know are like these Christian dudes. And I was like, you guys aren't walking the talk, you know what I mean? You guys are just, and this guy was like, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You just go and learn from the wealthiest man that ever lived. He wrote down some good stuff. You're going to want to read it. Whether or not wherever you sit, whether you got a secular viewpoint, whether you're a born again Christian, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Muslim, this stuff is good, right? You're pagan, whatever it is, right? Atheists, right? My buddy told me, he's like, "Trav, you understand, atheists, they love God. All right, you got to understand that." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, dude, they're upset. They love God. They just don't know how to connect." So this guy right here, like, there's one a day, and it's literally gold. I underlined the whole entire thing, and one thing I do that I've started doing, well, I've done it for a while, but I just kind of rebuilt the habit this year because I was like, I need to do this. The first thing I do when I wake up is I hit a coffee, and then I'll just like record out. Right, I'll just record out I'll just quote verses in there. I'm not even journaling or doing anything that's like super meaningful. I just something points out to me, right? Like, oh man, obtain wisdom. Wisdom is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold, right? And you're like, really? Is that really? You know what I mean? And so I'll sit through there, I'll write that down, I'll think about that throughout the day. And then when I'm like, and I don't do this often, but sometimes I'll just go through my notes, right? I'll just roll through them and I'll just be like, okay, all right, why did that one pick out? Why did that one pick out? Right? Like, I mean, for example, like here's something I wrote on the 18th. It was Proverbs 18, right? This is like really simple. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions, right? Have you ever been that guy? I'm proud of that guy, right? So, look, that has been one of the absolute best pieces of advice that I've ever gotten. And in college, I didn't fully keep up with that practice. But one thing I did do is my dad gave me a book of just Proverbs, right? So I didn't have to carry the whole book around. I just had a tiny little book. I put that in my backpack. And when I remembered, right, oh, today's the 15th, I flip over to the 15th, dude, and get some, Solomon was the wealthiest dude that ever lived. Like, it's like It doesn't hurt to read like 3 paragraphs of Solomon real quick, and you pull one sentence out of that thing and you got it in for the day. And that's just like the easiest meditative habit that you can form. At this point in my life, like I know I need to start doing like meditation. I know that it would be smart to like, okay, meditate on the word, you know, do meditation practice, do some yoga practice, do some workout. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I like depending on how much time you want to allocate towards this, yeah, I should be doing all of that, right? I should be trying to become like the absolute best version of myself I could possibly be. But the easiest thing I can do, the lowest hanging fruit I can grab is literally just, what's today's date? Yeah, flip open the book, read 3-4 sentences of it, great, close it up, we're done for the day. So I want to encourage you guys that it's Proverbs, it's in the Old Testament, it's like, it's freaking Proverbs, all right? Like you should be getting this, all right? You should be taking this in. This should be part of your nourishment. Like it's good for your mind, it's good for your soul, it's good for your body, and it's good for your bank account, man. It's good for your wealth, all right? And like, yeah, so that's my opinion on that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Give these videos a like, and I appreciate you guys being here. Peace.